All right. Um, Welcome everybody. We are going to look at the markets and see the opportunity we have for this week. And we're going to start with GJ. Like I said earlier, like last week, GJ is bullish and we are looking for buying opportunity because from a long-term perspective, we expect GJ to this high, but for now, we are going to be targeting this high. This is 3 months, and if you go to the monthly time frame, this is how it looks. This is the nearest high that we are going to target, but in a longer term, we are coming up to this area. There might be obstacle on the way, but yeah, this is our long-term target on GBP JPY. So going into this week, we had so going into this week, what do we have last week? We have a bullish candle right here last week, and from the daily perspective, this is how we look. So last week we had opportunity to take this trade from here and GJ, so which means we expect this high minimum to be taken before we see maybe a pullback again or something to somewhere around this area, then probably continue going higher. And today is Monday. You can see how bullish this candle is. There could be a potential pullback for continuation. It could just be like Asia session and maybe London session. We keep on buying higher, but this high is the next draw on liquidity that might attract price, to move on. And again, we had a high right here. What did we do? We break and closed above that high. So which means price may likely retest this area. I don't know if it's going to be today, tonight, but price may likely retest this area and continue going higher. On the 4-hour time frame, what do we have around this area? This one is no longer valid, and this was the high that was broken. So this area, we have all of this being retested. This one as well, not yet. So we will be looking at this level. We will be looking at this level for price to probably come back to and continue going higher. I mean, with confirmation around this level, but if you are aggressive, you can also take it like that, aggressively. If you are aggressive, you can also take it like that. And what I'm looking at right now is you don't need to trade like Asia session or something. Just wait for Asia session, to trade. Then when it closes, you can start looking for opportunity in London session or New York session. Because if we are going to continue buying, probably Asia session could trade down a little bit, then London session could tap into this area and continue going higher for GBP and JPY. At least this high needs to get run before we can see maybe a deep pullback or something. We need to run this high first So for now, price will just continue going higher. Remember, the longer term, this is our target. This area is our target. So it doesn't matter if you miss this whole entry, you still have enough 500 pips to this area. And if we pull back, you have more than enough. So I will also try. It's not like I don't do it so much, but like I will also try to like send in like any of these JPY, because I like JPY. It's like my best opportunity in this market right now, So I will also try to send in like an entry if I get one. So for some of you to take, because I would prefer to just trade JPY at this period. It just have the best opportunity for me, So I
Mm-hmm.
can also send in some for you guys to take advantage on anyway. But this is what I'm looking at for tomorrow. I will just wait for Asia session to finish trading and see what London will bring for maybe another opportunity to get in.
Okay.
So for now, like, we are bullish. At least this high needs to be taken. So even from here to here, we still have 100 pips, which means is enough. And if we pull back down to this area, we have at least 200 pips to this high. That is the nearest draw on liquidity. So yeah, this is what we are looking at on the GJ. And again, if you have any question, you can ask. If there is anything that is not clear to you, you can just ask right now. You can see on GBP JPY, we are clearly balanced. So there is a reason why I said, because you guys are not even asking questions, there is a reason why I said at least we need to take this high before a pullback. So for now, we are looking for buying opportunity to take out this high and probably close above this high before you will see a pullback before continuation. So this is the whole reason why I said we need to keep buying and take out this high, close above it before we see a pullback. If you look at the weekly time frame, so this is how the weekly time frame looks like. So I need price to close above this high. Then what we will have in this area is, first of all, a candle, green candle, a down candle. What is this? Another green candle, then a down candle. So this will be the last low that was created right here. So this double flat area will now be our point of interest for price to pull back to, which means we need to see something like this back, then continuation to the upside. Does it make any sense to anybody?
Yes, it does, but I'm the double flat part is
This is just open, close and open.
okay.
So it's just within this candle. You can call it your order block. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
But like
okay.
I always say, open and close candle are always, a point of interest.
Okay.
I know the other
Okay,
open
so
and close
St. Jude.
candle, is like when you see consecutive candle like this, right?
Uh-huh.
So it's also a point of interest. If you look at this point, let me show you some. Let me show you. At this point, right? You see how I mark this area out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is a potential area where this price could return from, right here, and
Okay.
pull back, then continue. Why? Because this candle right here, price can also retest it. This candle right here, this was a bearish order block right here. This candle mitigates this bearish order block. The area that we haven't mitigated through this price leg down, is this open and close candle. And what is this? You can see a lot of volume right here. What is this? A demand, a supply. So if I had to mark out this area like this, this is how it will look like. Don't think about this one right here. Why? Because we haven't broken any structure before we tap into that area. These are all you maybe probably what you guys are lacking. Understanding market structure very well. This
Right.
pullback is a liquidity that is hanging around this point of interest. So this point of interest became valid when price broke and closed below this low. Do you understand? And our
Yes.
higher time frame perspective, we need price to continue going higher to this high. So which means this point of interest can always serve us as a pullback and continue. Do you understand?
Yes. Yes, I understand.
So this area that I marked out and this area is just this one right here
Mm-hmm.
is just a pullback as inducement. So this is inducing sellers or whatever, and that's
Mm-hmm.
why if you look after we broke this structure, it's an old low that has been taken. Remember, what is this old low? Can anybody remind me?
Liquidity?
Is a liquidity one,
Mm-hmm.
and again is a 3 month candle right here.
Okay.
Yeah, of course, you are right. It's a liquidity. Is the previous 3 month candle low that was taken. So which
Okay.
means we are aiming for the high. So seeing a break of structure right here, of course, many people will be thinking, yes, price is going to respect this area and continue going down. And that is when we induce traders, like retail traders. So they
Mm-hmm.
are looking at this structure now, like, yeah, price is creating lower low, lower highs, lower low. So we need to create another lower low. No, we are aiming for the opposite side of the liquidity.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like I say, there will be a pullback, right?
Right.
And that pullback is going to be around this level that I marked out, but I don't want to use rectangle. So this open and close level is what you guys are going to pay attention to. And of course, this area as well, because it's basically the last area as well, So, but
Mm-hmm.
here, you can also pay attention to this, which is basically the same area. It doesn't matter. So once price get there, we need to see a closure above this high, because this one now we are already closing above, which is also okay. We are, because this is a weekly time frame, so we need to see how this week is going to close. Of course, we need it to close bullish.
Mm-hmm.
Then this will be a shift in market structure. What is this? A break. This is going to be a break, a high, a failure, swing. Then what is this? A shift in market structure. Then to come back like
Okay.
this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That is why I'm telling you guys that we are looking for up, upper price, like higher price. So on the 4 hour, where did we identify that price may be coming back to for this, maybe today or tomorrow or whatever, to continue going higher? This area right here, this will be our point of interest that you will be looking to buy from to continue going higher. At least that's why I'm telling you guys that it doesn't matter you miss this whole entry, you still have at least good opportunity. If you can get in from here, you have
Mm-hmm.
what, at least 200 pips or 300 pips either way to this area, which is enough to make money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. Can you zoom in a little bit so I can take a screenshot?
Oh, you mean like this?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got it.
If you are using Rwanda, I can just also copy and paste around this level. So, any question? So now let's look at gold. And I still believe gold. I'm not this down anyway. These are just point of view. But like, I still believe gold needs to retest this area.
I thought it was gonna go down today, and it just
It's
kept
okay.
going up.
Just it's gonna give you the opportunity, but gold needs to retest this area, and probably continue going higher or back down to this area all the way. I mean, it's kind of
It's a
impossible
long
for now,
ways,
but
but
it could as well, So, but yeah, at least gold need to retest this area. That's why I'm waiting on gold. So this high, we want to see what is going to happen to this high because we haven't really, taken gold can start selling as from tonight. Gold can start selling tonight. See, this is kind of a high that was created. Now price has taken this high, and if price can respect this high, I want to see gold start falling. So this is for gold. Gold doesn't have so much, analysis to deal on. But yeah, I still want to see gold fall. Now gold has taken this high. Let's see what happens. And gold around this area. If it's going to respect this area right here, which you are kind of respecting. Let's see. Gold, I believe gold will fall. I believe gold is going to fall. So this is on gold. We don't really have much on gold. And what do we have here?
so whenever you're
GU.
looking at gold, since we don't have
Yeah.
much on gold, did you draw your fibs to see where your next POI is for if it continues
On
up?
gold.
Yes.
Nah, gold. I know it is going to hit 3,000 because of this level right here that happened. So I knew gold was going to hit like 3,000.
Mm-hmm.
Remember this weekly area? Okay, right here. I didn't really feel, but I know gold was coming for this all-time high to take it out.
Uh-huh.
But of course, I know 3,000 was the next level. From here, this is, I think this was the area.
2,500. Yeah, I remember when you drew your fibs on that one. That's how I was asking.
Yeah. So I think it was this area. So I knew gold was coming to 3K, and now I still want to see gold back down. It's nothing to rush, so you just take your time. This is why I like on gold right here. My target was just this high. I know even if it's going to 3,000, this is why if I'm trading, right, I just want to get a good entry from the very, very bottom. If you want to hold, you can hold. If you want to close some position, you can close some position. So this is one thing. Once you get a good entry, just like GJ, then just let it run and close some position. You can still be adding some positions,
Mm-hmm.
But for now, it doesn't say much. Rather than the same candle last week, and now we are kind of yes. What is this? Today is what, Monday or Tuesday? No,
Today's
Monday.
Monday. I was waiting for
So
it to,
on
if you go to
Friday.
like the 4 hour or the 1 hour, you know how it's
Mm-hmm.
consolidating right there? It's in a
Right
range.
here, we did
No,
have a fair value gap that we didn't even tap in,
right. But if
So
you go
like,
to the 4 hour,
mm-hmm.
or yeah, you see that consolidation right there. I was like, well, it has to break either below that or above that for it to continue. So I was actually waiting for it to break that line that you just drew right there for it to, close that fair value gap. But it,
uh, it's not every time, So you
yeah,
just have to wait because if you look at gold right here,
it never went back.
you
Oh no,
never
that's the current.
gold never broke below this low.
Yeah.
This is the low that is holding gold. So that is why you cannot even trade it. If we broke and closed below this low, then you knew gold will start falling. You can see we always swept below as liquidity, which means even this high could be swept as well, you know. But we are still looking at it. It could start falling from here, But on the normal, like this high needs to be run as well.
Okay.
But I'm not even expecting that right now, I'm not expecting that. I think this one that has been run, it could be okay for gold to start falling back down,
Mhm.
Who we say about gold? And then what GBP USD. Let me figure out this one. GBP USD. So GU is going to pull back down as well to this area, this level right here. But before we pull back down, we need to retest this level. How many pips do we have to this level? 100 pips. I think we are going to retest this area before we pull back down to this area. So this is how it is. This area, this is the last up close candle before this move down. There was a breaker right here that we did use to push price down, and now this one is being mitigated, and now we have OC level right here, and we have this other block to the upside, and of course a breaker as well. So this high, they are relative equal highs, which are liquidity, and this is the last, oh no, my god, not that one. This is the last low high that was created, because right here, this is where we broke below this area. So this mini high is invalid. Rather than when we were coming higher, we used it to support this area to move price higher. So breaking and closing above this high right now make this area much valid. So we need to retest this area. If we want to keep going higher, we still need to retest this area. See,
Which area?
right
That
here,
one right
this
there?
area,
Okay.
yeah. Whether this one right here, if you can call me, I don't know, but yeah. But I will be looking at this line that I drew to probably continue going higher. But price needs to reach up to this level to reject around that area.
Okay.
Before, when price come back here, then you can also, take a long to probably aim for this high. There is a long-term projection on GU. I go to the 6 month. This area is a long-term projection for me. So which means this high, this lowly high, needs to be run. Liquidity. So this open and close. And if you go to the 3 months, this is how it looks. If you go to the monthly time frame, this is how it looks. So this is the long-term projection for GU. So we need to start seeing, a clean price action to this area.
Okay.
I need to start seeing a clean price action to this area right here. Maybe when we test this area, we pull back down, then we continue going higher, something like this. Then when we get here, we'll figure out what GU is going to do next. But for now, this is our area to target. Daily time frame, what do we have? You have a fair value gap that was tapped in. I push price higher from here. Then when price broke above this high, what happened?
Okay, I have a question before you move on. So you said the fair
Okay,
value gap, it was tapped in.
yeah.
So that means that that's already mitigated, so you're expecting for price doesn't have to come back to that area, right?
So price moved into this fair value gap. The next obligation was to take out the high that price moved from, which was this high.
Okay.
So price took the high and closed above it.
Oh,
That
okay,
is why
I
you
see.
see price also retest this area and continue going higher
And
now.
continue going higher.
But
Okay.
now, what is price doing? Has price closed above this high?
No.
Yes. Price has
Oh,
closed
barely.
above this
Oh,
high
barely,
now.
barely. Yeah.
So which means price could also just retest this area and what? And continue going higher.
Okay.
Price can just buy higher now, and come back in London or New York session before going higher.
Okay.
You could do something like this. That is why you always just have to identify your point of interest and wait for price to do whatever it wants to do. All you need is like knowing your point of interest.
Okay.
Yeah, those here above it right here. So this is on GU. I know it's kind of, dirty price action consolidating, but it's still fine. We can still do something with it. No, this is on GU. And if it doesn't pull back to this area, I just keep buying. Okay, it's fine. There's nothing to be scared about, or
Mm-hmm.
just wait for price to get to your point of interest, then look for your entry opportunity.
Okay. Yeah, I
Mhm.
think I'm starting to understand more like market structure, but I need to work on my patience.
Yeah, it's all about patience. I mean, sometimes you take a trade and the trade is playing around, so it takes much time. That's
Yeah.
another thing. And GBP AUD. So you see, I marked out this area. Price has now tested this area and moved the way back down. So our target is this low right here. Once price get to this level, then we want to see another. This is a long-term projection as well for GA. So from here to here, you have almost 1,000 pips. Almost 1,000 pips. So
Oh wow, that's a
now
lot of
our
pips.
target is, if this price can pull back to this area, we can take a trade down to this area. Then from here, we'll be looking for buying opportunity back up, which means we need to take out this high and continue going higher. Even if you only target this high, this is half 1,000 pips, 500 or something pips.
Wow.
So for sure, once we hit this level, we are coming to take out this high.
Okay.
Mhm. This oh my god, look
I have
at
a
how many
question.
how many
I have
pips this market ran. Yeah, what is your question?
Okay, so you're talking the way you talk and the way you say, it's gonna come down to this area and then it's gonna go up. Are you
Mhm.
looking at a higher time frame to look at that? Or
How I marked out this area.
uh-huh,
So that is why, of course, you start from the weekly analysis, right?
right.
You see where I marked out.
Oh yeah.
So because I trade this pair, I know how this pair move, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all my entry has always been like this. Look at where this price move away from.
Okay, but so you're looking at that where you're marking it out at. What
Yeah.
are you marking out? Like,
So basically, this candle right here. Okay, let me first explain to you guys. This is a low, right?
uh-huh,
Where which high created that low? This high right here, right?
right. Mm-hmm.
So this is basically a mitigation. This is basically a mitigation. And right now, this as well is a mitigation. If Do you know how mitigation block stands, right?
Yes.
So if okay, right here, let me show you. Now this is a breaker. This is the differences. So why is it a breaker? We have a high, a lower low before a high was created. That makes it a breaker.
Okay.
But in the case that we will create a high, a low, we fail to create a lower low before we create a high. So a failure swing, in that case, will become a breaker. The last, the up close candle will now become a breaker. But like I say, I like accuracy. I don't need to draw out the whole candle. And I've been trading this pair, so I know exactly where this market is coming. That is why I just mark them out like this. You can see.
Right. I
I
know,
just
I know, I know you know that pair, but I just wanted to understand why you were marking up like those
oh, okay.
areas.
So this is basically a mitigation
Because
block, right?
I see right there where you marked it up. You're marking it like under that candle, under that green candle.
I know. So you are wondering why I'm not marking out the high, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Eh, it's a good question. Even myself, I don't know. I'm not sure if I have explanation for that.
You see, now
But
I'm picking
yeah.
your brain.
So, but basically, yeah, I just like to mark them out like this. So let me tell you another reason why anyway. So if you look at this, right,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to tell you the main reason why I marked it out. So it was like this, right? Then it
Hmm.
created a low. Remember, if this was a bearish order block, right?
Okay.
So where this is the low of the candle, right?
Uh-huh.
So we expect price to what, come here and keep on going down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, we broke above it. So that line still remains the same. So I want price to come back to that line and continue going higher now, because I know it's a breaker. It was a previous order block that turned into a breaker.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. 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 All right.
So you
Okay.
can
You
see, I
see,
don't
and
want
you
to
know
use
what?
this so you don't get confused. Even
Always
if this is a
wondered.
change of character, then this becomes your order block right here. You get. So price retested that area, failed to respect it and broke above it. So I want price to come back to that area.
Okay.
So that's why it's a mitigation, just the position it is.
All right.
So I mean that's basically the explanation. It's a breaker, it's a mitigation block. But what is a mitigation? What is a breaker? They are failed order blocks.
Mm-hmm.
So me identifying my key level like order block and all of this with the line. So I just leave the line.
Okay.
So if
Okay.
you also look at this area, there is a fair value gap in this area as well.
Right. Right.
So which means I want price to keep swelling down.
See, but see, what I was gonna say is I always wonder, like, whenever you're looking at the market, like, how far back is your pullback gonna be once you have your break and retest. But now that you're explaining that to
You
me,
always
I
have to
see
identify those areas from the higher time frame
it.
and mark them out so you know where this price is going. That's why I'm telling you that GJ, all of these, they are going to these points.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now I'm understanding it.
So look at this area. Look at this entry right here. This, I'm not going to call it like complete order block. So we have it here and a high, right? It's not a complete one. But what happened? Price came here. It was supposed to, do something like this and keep on going higher.
But
It
it
keep
didn't
on going
close
higher.
up. It
But
didn't
in
close
this case,
above
it closed below it. I left that line. I want price to retest that line. And how many pips is this? 30 pips. So where do I know? I know this is the next level. So price will retest that next level. Why? Because it's another block. You see how price retested and what moved away. So right here, we have a low. What is this low? Inducement, liquidity. So right here, I have a level here. Both here and what? And here. Price haven't tested this one, but price have closed below this one. So once price closed below that area, it just tells me that no, price wants to go down more. I can tell you, I mean, not a magician, but if I flip this candle, this long candle stick, so that you see this area is close to my negative 27, and this area is close to my 618. If I want to see a pullback, it could be this green line or this black line. Why? Because they are close to my fib level.
Okay.
Negative 27 and 618. This is also an area where this price could see a pullback from. That's why I have this area here. Maybe price can pull back to this area and then continue going down, or from here.
Okay.
Yeah, these are just like another way of trading or looking for entry, but I like it could be difficult for you guys. You can see I only fib this candle, but I have my reason of fibbing just this candle because this is my level. Price, I wanted to see price reject this level. No, price failed to reject it. It closed below it. So which means this candle tells me that there is still potential point of interest below this area. So this is my negative 618 and this is almost 27. So if I go down to the lower time frame, I start to look for points of interest within this area. You can see right here what we have. We have form of another block, right?
Right.
Price run through it. So which means this line here, this one right here. Let me just move this now because I wrote 4 hours before. Right here, price haven't tested that area, which means this one right here that is also close to negative 27. It's a point, it's a key area, it's a point of interest, like a really, really key area to watch out for. 15 minutes as well, So, and this area, that is why, and this is a clean low that price moved away from. Remember,
Right.
it's a clean low that price moved away from to what? Break above this area, right? Price haven't retested this whole area. Where is price? Right here. So which means I don't even want price to break this low before that pullback or something, and probably continue going. So we need a point of interest around this area to move price back up and continue going down.
Continue down. Okay.
Yeah. So any level are marked out, they are went out from the higher time frame area. So this is the last, I'm not going to say the last little kind of, but like, yeah, before this price move higher. So this is when we basically break above that high right here. So it's the first time price is coming into this area. We see what happened right here. Where we see, that's why the TP is here from this level. This level is negative 27 and this is 618 from the higher time frame perspective. That's why I marked them out like this.
Oh, okay.
I really need this now. Either way, no. It's alright. Just leave here. So you'll be watching out for GA for a potential pullback from this level, then back up into this level or something. Then we can see a pullback down all the way here for sure.
Okay. Can you post that chart in one of the chart? I mean the thing in the
Yeah, I can do that. I can do that.
And then I can that way I can copy the mark my chart.
This is from higher time frame perspective anyway.
Okay.
UJ. I mean UJ, I still want UJ to keep buying somehow, so it's just similar to GJ that ways. So we retest this area, and we are going back high. So this is some high and this area as well. So this is just a high, I just put it there. And this is a break, and this as well is a break. We want to see if price will close above this high. I mean, this is the closest high right now. The price needs to take something like this. So from here to here is still a lot of pips. 200 pips is still much. Or we see on EJ. I don't want to really talk much on EJ and UJ. I mean,
I don't trade UJ. I use it too.
It's okay, just like I don't even really want to. I just have it on here just to see. I think I said. I don't know if I said a lot on this. Let me see. No, I don't really. I prefer the GJ somehow.
Yeah, I prefer GJ and GA and of course gold, which
Hmm.
gold's a little beat
And
sometimes,
BTC, I
but
still want BTC to kind of drop, at least to take out this low first, right here, this low, and probably come all the way down here, 66. But we will see. We don't want to talk about pairs that we are not trading, you know.
right.
We don't want to talk about pairs that we are not trading. So anybody has a question or something? Let me look at Euro JPY for FE.
Where is Elsie today? Is she on here?
She's here. FE, are you still here?
I'm here.
I was like, where is she? I haven't heard from her today.
I'm here. What you cooking, girl?
I am cooking some like it's like beef, but I'm making it in like kind of like a stew. I gotta get this done. My son has practice here in a little bit, so gotta get it. I should have had this done before that I picked him up from school. I usually try to do everything before they get home from school. That way, if I have to get on these calls, I don't get distracted. You know what I mean? And I can. That's always asking him if we could post the chart so I could go back and mark up my charts.
So EJ,
Yes.
you see EJ broke above this high, just the same as what is it called for Euro JPY and GG. I mean, we have this area from the higher time frame perspective. Before we can pull back, we need to see at least this high get closed above. This high get closed above because it's the ultimate high that came all the way down. So we need to see that high gets taken before price could probably pull back here or just here to continue going higher to this area. It's similar to EJ anyway. So looking at trades, basically we have this area, a break of structure. We have price pull back to this area, and now we have another break of structure. So we still expect price to pull back to this area because today closed bullish above that high, so which means price is heading this way. So if we can see a pullback, I don't know, do they have any news like some news that can lead to, you know, pullback and continuation to the upside? Because this is the current area that we have right now. Don't need this, don't need this. At least we have this area that market can pull back to. We could take out this high before we pull back there. At the same time, we can also just pull back here and keep going higher to take out this high and close above this high. Once we close above this high, then we cannot see that deeper kind of retracement then all the way. So all the lows that were created, all of this will now be swept as liquidity for that pullback, then a continuation again to the upside. This is basically what we have on EJ and GJ. They are similar anyway. Just that I don't look at EJ every time. I just focus on GJ. But yeah, this is a really nice one as well. A really nice one.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, ma. You are welcome. I still need to do class with you anyway, Effie. One of these days, maybe tomorrow or Wednesday. Okay,
Do what? What did you say?
it's Effie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Structure class. Breaker block class.
something like that, you know.
Hmm.
All these POIs. I think I need to reteach
Tomorrow
all
will
of
be
them.
good for me. Wednesday during the day would be good. Evening time, I don't have time on Wednesday.
Okay, then Wednesday, then during the day.
I can do during the day anytime.
Yeah, but your
Harder.
time, what time zone are you again?
I'm in Central Standard Time. It's 5:22 right now in the afternoon.
So during the day will be like in the morning for you, you know.
Yeah, during the day they would be in the morning for me. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. What about you, Elfie?
Now it's 11:22 p.m. my time.
She's like 1 hour ahead of me, so
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Oh, dang, it's late over there.
yeah.
mhm.
So when it's 8 o'clock or 10 o'clock my time, what time would it be your time?
Tell me your city so I can put it in my phone and then I know.
I'm in Texas.
That's the name of the city?
There, Seminole.
Seminole. Hold on.
Well, because Texas is all Central Standard Time.
Seminole. How you spell it? Seminole.
Yes.
Oh, it's not coming up.
Just put Texas.
Okay.
Texas, USA.
All right. So is there any question?
No, I'm
I
good.
need to.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So look at US 30, right? US 30 just pulled back to a 3-month fair value gap. And I was looking at US 30, just that, like, I don't want to trade so many things, you know, right now. So this area right here is area where US 30 pull back to right here. So we have a fair value gap. First of all, we pull back into that fair value gap right here, and US 30 pull back into this higher time frame fair value gap, and this area as well. So if you go to the lower time frame, this is what I want to show you guys. Right here, we have the last high that created this low. Price went higher and came back and continued going higher. We broke above this high right here. And what did the price do? It was the previous order block that failed to hold price to continue going down. So on a normal day, price was supposed to do like this and continue going down. So price now broke above that high, then it retested that area like this, PIM.
So because
state
that
of the
break,
loop.
that is now a breaker block, you say? Those are the breaker block.
Yes, this is a breaker block. See how many times? 4 candles then before continue going higher. So let me even look at what time that price really moved. So now you see Asia session was consolidating. London took liquidity from Asia. What did you see? Exactly London session tapped into this point of interest that I drew out. You see, before London, this was 6 a.m. We tap in. What is it? 7 a.m. we tapped in. 8 a.m. we tap in. Then price started showing what? Ability to move higher. Let me see, reduce this one. Price started showing you ability to move higher. Then what happened in that session? Price now created another point of interest to move away from. So what happened? As soon as New York opened, price volume kicks in and go higher. Now we have this area for price to probably retest if he wants to. Let me see. Did price break above this high yet? No, we only swept liquidity. So we have this area, and after this area, I mean they are like, you know, they are very close to each other, but Pay attention to these two areas if you want to trade US 30. And of course, it
Mhm.
has to come in London or New York session to take this trade. This is for US 30. We are looking at price to retest these two areas and continue going higher. And where are we looking at? Imagine you take US 30. US 30 could have ability to take out this real high that was created now. So these are the kind of trade you want to be even looking at. Because if you look at the 3 months time frame, we came back to a steaming up fair value gap. What are we supposed to do? You can see how many lows we take. 1, 2. What is this? Relative equal lows. We ran
Mhm.
them. So what are we aiming for? The opposite liquidity. Where is the opposite liquidity? The equal high that was created. We created an equal lows. We ran them. We created an equal highs. So we are coming for these equal highs right now. So if price can retest these two areas, then you should be looking to take trade on this US 30. And you can just hold it. There could be a pullback, up and down. It doesn't matter, but yeah, you can just hold it. If you can get in on this trade like this from here, so you can set your alert. Let me see, this is the 4-hour time frame.
Do you trade the US 30?
US 30 was one of my, it was my favorite pair, like back then, like
Mhm.
2023 or something.
Mhm.
Was my favorite pair until I just moved to GU and GA, because I always have to trade like what is it called, New York session, and like sometimes I don't have this time to, so that's the reason why I just let me just look for a pair like trades in London or stuff like this. So GU
Mhm.
and GA was the pair. So I'm just trying to probably get back. I saw US 30 falling, so that's why I started looking at it, because this is just a great opportunity to stick, like just to get a position and let it run.
Yeah.
So that's why I just started looking at it right now. So around these two area is a good area to look for buys in US 30. This area, these two area, if you want to trade US 30.
Okay.
So if you guys don't have any question, we will call it the day. And see you guys in like this is I can just post this chart. I think I already downloaded it. uh, and the GA.
GU.
I'm not sure if I had GU Mata yet. No, no, not yet. I can also post GU right here. This is where we are looking for GU to come to, around this area. So um, GJ, this is this is the high we want GJ to break and close above. So we just see what happens in like what is it called, London session. We have an open and close right here, one, and as well we have this other block right here that has not been mitigated, because we just broke above this high, so this other block is still valid. So we see if we can pull back into this other block, or I mean the open and close is basically aligning with the other block if you want to mark out the whole candle. So but yeah, and in the 4-hour we have price action, and this is what the open and close right here, and it's also closed. So just within this area anyway, we are looking for price to retest and continue going higher. Let me take out this and download. So yeah, this is what we have, and I will talk to you guys later.
Okay,
If
Thank you
thank
you,
you
so
so
much,
much.
Andrew.
Thank you.
yes, all
Take
right,
care, Andrew.
Have a good night.
yeah, yeah.
And thank
You
you.
came. You know, they say she didn't.